Hello everyone and welcome to the video lecture series in which we are talking about neural networks and deep learning. Now in the previous video lecture, we have seen that what a neural network is using very simple examples of housing prices prediction. Now in this video lecture, we are going to see that how supervised learning can be applied in the neural networks. So let's continue. Now, look at these examples. So one thing I need to tell you before reading these examples is that there has been a lot of hype about neural networks. And perhaps this hype is very much justified because neural networks are working quite very well as compared to the previous machine learning algorithms that we have seen. But it turns out so far that almost all the economic value that the neural networks have been creating is only through one kind of machine learning algorithm, and that is the supervised learning algorithm. So now let's see what that means, and let us go through some of these examples listed here. So here what we have is the supervised learning examples where we have an input feature X and output corresponding to those input features as Y. And the third column represents the application in which these neural networks are used. So let us see the first example. The first example is the application of neural networks in real estate business. So we have already seen this example in the first video lecture of this series, where we are predicting the price of the houses based on input features such as number of bedrooms, the size of the house, the postal code or the pin code, and various other features. So basically X are the input features and we need to predict the price of the house. So basically this is a regression problem here. Okay. The next example we can see here is online advertising. So in online advertising, neural networks can be quite very effectively used. How can this be used? Basically the online websites that you are browsing collects the data of the users. It collects the data of the users and it recognizes whether a user clicks to the particular kind of ads or not. Now if you click a particular kind of ad, the your information is basically stored in the form of cookies, and this data in the cookies is used further by the learning algorithms to recognize whether you will click this ad or not. What is the probability that you will click the ad or not? Okay, so now the third example we can see here is of the photo tagging. Now in photo tagging, what is done is that an image is represented in the form of pixel values. For example, an image, take an image, you would split that image in the form of pixel and record the value of each pixel. So now an image is compared with, let us say, thousand of images, and on the basis of this comparison, you can recognize whether this image belongs to a cat or dog or any other object. Okay. Now, fourth example we can see where neural networks can be applied is the speech recognition. So in the speech recognition, what is done that you put an input in the form of an audio and you get an output in the form of text transcript. Okay. Written transcript. Or several examples we can see in this category, as suppose that YouTube, you upload any video on the YouTube and there is a specialized algorithm working in the background that converts the audio into the subtitles. So this is the example where can neural networks is applied in the speech recognition. Okay, so now the fifth example is the machine translation, where you supply an input in the form of any language, let's say as English, and then it converts this English language into the Chinese one. Okay, so this is a very good use of neural networks. And the last example that we are seeing here is the autonomous driving. This is a very much advanced example where the neural networks can be used. Basically, you provide the autonomous driving vehicle with several kind of data, such as the images. Images of what kind? Images of several vehicles that are moving around the vehicle. And along with the images, you provide the sum of kind of the sensor data. What is sensor data? So the autonomous driving vehicle is fitted with the sensors all around, and these sensors continuously provide data to the car along with the images. So in combination to the images, sensor signals are also provided, and based on this data, the autonomous driving vehicle predicts that which lane to choose and whether it is more prone to accident in some of the areas. So it will not choose those lanes which are having heavy traffic. Okay, so these are all the application where neural networks can be used. Now there are a few different kind of neural networks which can be used to solve these examples, as we cannot use very simple neural networks to solve the autonomous driving vehicle examples, and it is neither too much efficient to use very complex neural networks to solve the real estate examples. So which type of neural networks can be used to solve these example, we'll see here. So for solving the real estate problem and the online advertising problems, these two problems are not quite much complicated problems, and standard neural networks can be used here. Standard neural networks can be effectively used here to solve this problem. Okay. Now, photo tagging and speech recognition is quite photo tagging. Let's see photo tagging. Photo tagging is quite much complicated problem than solving the real estate and online advertising. So basically, these problems where photo tagging or pixel values of photos need to be found out can be solved using the convolutional neural networks. Okay, and the problem of speech recognition and machine translation is a bit complex problem, and this can be solved with the recurrent neural networks. Okay, and autonomous driving is a very complicated problem again that can be solved using neural networks, where it combines two types of data. One is the data in the form of image, and along with it, it combines data that it tracks from the sensors also. So custom neural networks can be used to solve this kind of problem, or we can also use hybrid neural network. What is hybrid neural network? A neural network that is combined uh, with two or three other forms of neural networks, such as you combine, suppose that for photo tagging you have used CNN. So here, if you want to you collect image data in the autonomous driving, so you use CNN along with some sensor data that you use. So you use some specialized kind of algorithm that would trace sensor data and use that data to predict the output. Okay, so these are all the applications where the neural networks can be effectively used. Now let us continue to the next slide. So here you can see three pictures. The one on the left represent the standard neural networks. These neural networks have been used in the real estate business and online advertising, as I've already told you. The picture in the middle represent the convolutional neural networks, which was used in the photo tagging example. And the third example is the recurrent neural networks, which was generally used in the speech recognition and machine translation. And a combination of all three becomes the hybrid neural networks that can be used in the autonomous driving vehicle. Okay, so you don't need to worry much about these neural networks. We'll talk about these neural networks in quite more detail in the few next lectures. Okay, now let's move to the next slide. So now for supervised learning, we have basically two kinds of data. The first one is the structured data and the second one is the unstructured data. Now, what is the structured data? Structured data is that kind of data which is generally represented in the form of table or has a specified format that can be easily understood by the PC or the computers or the algorithms. Okay, so now we have first example that we have seen in our video lecture series was of the housing price prediction example, where you have input features as the size, number of bedrooms, and so on, and you need to predict the size price of the house. You need to predict the price of the house. So this example was basically of the regression problem, and the next example is the user age, the ad ID, and you need to find out whether this user will click the ad or not. So if it will click the ad, then it says that 1, and if the user does not click the ad, then it says 0. So basically this is a classification problem, and regression and classification problems are basically solved in a much efficient way if you have structured kind of a data. Okay, so now on the right hand side you can see few images. These represent the unstructured kind of a data. Here you have an audio clip, which is unstructured data. The data in the form of images, where we have used in the example of photo tagging. This is the unstructured kind of a data. And the third one here, you can see text. This text is generated based on some audio. So this is also the unstructured data used here. Okay, so humans have a very well tendency to understand us unstructured data. and that is solved. This problem is very well solved by the neural networks, because the old machine learning algorithms that we use are not quite capable enough of solving the problems using unstructured data. So this is the very much advantage of using neural networks. Okay, but if you have a structured kind of data, then I think that you first need to solve the problems using the typical machine learning algorithms that we have with us. But if unstructured kind of a data is given, then you can use neural networks to solve this problem quite more effectively. Okay, so now thanks for watching this video lecture. I hope this video lecture would have been very informative to you. uh, Keep continue to watching my video lecture and subscribe to my channel, and also share my videos. Thank you.